Have you ever wondered what truly lingers in a woman's mind after a conversation with a man? Not the obvious words, not the practiced lines, but those rare moments where your words slip past her defenses and echo quietly, days later in the privacy of her thoughts. Most men walk around believing compliments are simple. You're beautiful. I love your smile. Harmless, yes. Effective sometimes, but predictable always. Women don't crave the obvious. What they desire, what they secretly crave, are words that touch parts of them most men never even notice. Compliments that aren't about appearances, but about presence, about being seen in a world where she's often overlooked. The first compliment most men never say. You make things feel possible. Let that sink in. It's not about what she does. It's about how she affects the world around her, how she affects you. This speaks to her deeper identity, her purpose, and her quiet need to feel that her energy matters to someone beyond the surface. Imagine this. A woman walks into a room, not stunning, not model-esque, just present. She speaks, and something about her word or calmness or even her resilience makes you feel calmer, stronger, more certain. Most men don't notice that effect. Fewer acknowledge it, almost none articulate it. But when you do, you pierce through her walls. You make things feel possible. It's not flowery. It's not romantic in the conventional sense, but it hits deeper because it reflects something internal, how she changes the atmosphere for the better. That's a compliment she will replay in her mind again and again. Here's the twist most men miss. Complimenting beauty is like tossing pebbles in a pond. It makes ripples, but they fade fast. Complimenting how she makes the world feel, that's carving something in stone. It lasts. Pause for a second and ask yourself, when was the last time you noticed this about a woman? Not her looks, but her effect. If you can't remember, that's exactly why this works. Most men don't see it. And when you do, you become unforgettable. Now, this might already make you rethink how you've been speaking to women. That's intentional. I want to challenge your assumptions because we're just getting started. What's the second compliment women secretly crave? I'll warn you, it's even more elusive, and it has nothing to do with her body, her career, or her talents. In fact, it's something she may not even realize she's yearning for until you say it. And when you do, you'll watch her eyes change just slightly. Curious? You should be. Here's where things get even more interesting. The second compliment women secretly crave is this. I feel safe being myself around you. Now pause. Think about how rare those words are, especially coming from a man directed toward a woman. Most men never say this, not because they don't feel it, but because they've been conditioned to believe they shouldn't feel it. That vulnerability is weakness. That safety is something she wants from you, not the other way around. But there's the paradox. A woman's secret craving isn't to be adored like some untouchable goddess on a pedestal. It's to know that her presence gives you peace. That who she is stripped of, performance makes you relax into your most honest self. Why? Because so many women move through life wearing armor. Polite, pretty, perfect. They're praised for their appearance, their accomplishments, their charm. But rarely, so rarely, does anyone tell them, you create space where masks aren't needed. Imagine what that does to her. Suddenly, she's not being valued for her lipstick or her LinkedIn profile, but for something much deeper. Her energy disarms you. Her essence grounds you. Tell her this and you do something powerful. You turn the mirror around. You show her that she gives something rare to a man in today's world. Relief from performance. Safety from judgment. Freedom to exhale. There's humor in this too. If you think about it, most men out here are scrambling for compliments about abs, cars, money. While the compliment that makes a woman's heart race quietly is, I can just be around you. When was the last time you told someone this? Probably never, because this is next-level connection most people avoid. But when you do say it, it's unforgettable. Now notice the pattern emerging here. These compliments aren't about her surface. They're about what she creates within you. And that's what makes them so magnetic. She doesn't just want to look good. She wants to matter. She doesn't just want attention. She wants to feel like she's changed the emotional weather of a man's life. And when you tell her, you're not just complimenting her, you're inviting her deeper into your world. That's the secret. That's the game most men never play. But the third compliment? This one is different. It's the most dangerous because it touches on her deepest insecurity and her deepest desire. It's the one compliment she'll never forget, and Theone, most men are too afraid to say. Now we arrive at the third and by far the most dangerous compliment. Dangerous, not because it causes harm, but because it pierces the heart of her unspoken fear and unlocks the door to her deepest longing. It's this: you make me want to be a better man. Stop. Really feel the weight of that. These words are not casual. They are not thrown around lightly. They don't belong in a text sent after midnight or whispered without thought. These words carry responsibility because when you say them, you are admitting something profound, that her presence, her mind, her standards, her mere existence is reshaping your behavior, making your eyes, making you rethink your choices, making you sharpen yourself against the whetstone of her energy. And that terrifies most men. Why? Because to compliment someone this way is to admit that you are unfinished, that you still have work to do, that you're watching yourself evolve in real time because of her. It's humbling, vulnerable, but undeniably powerful. Why do women crave this? Because behind every guarded smile, every dismissive laugh, every "I don't need anyone" facade, there is a secret hope that she's not just being admired, but that she's impacting someone's life in a meaningful way. You see, most men want to impress women with who they already are, their job, their car, their success. Few men are willing to admit, "You make me want to become something I'm not." Yet, that's the compliment that strikes deepest. That's the one that lingers. That's Theone that makes her think about you at 2 hours a.m. when everything else in her life feels uncertain. Because in that moment, you're not just complimenting her. You're revealing that she inspires change, that she brings out potential, that she ignites growth. Humorous pause here. Can you imagine saying this on a first date? "Nice to meet you. Also, I'm suddenly rethinking my entire life trajectory because of you." Probably not the best strategy, but in the right moment with the right woman. These words are like oxygen to a soul that's been suffocating for acknowledgement. So let's connect the dots. First, you told her she makes things feel possible. Then you revealed she makes you feel safe to be yourself. Now you show her she makes you want to become more. Each step deepens the connection. Each layer peels back her doubt. Each truth brings her closer. But there's one more thing you need to understand before you ever speak these words aloud. A truth about timing, about delivery, and about why some men say these things but still lose her. Timing. Delivery. These are the hidden ingredients that turn these rare compliments from mere words into impact. Because here's the brutal truth. Say them too early and you look weak. Say them too late and you look insincere. This is where most men fail. Not because they lack good intentions, but because they don't understand the emotional rhythm of a woman's heart. Compliments, especially these, are like music. The right words at the wrong time. Noise, but at the right time, a melody she never forgets. Think about this. When ice a woman most receptive to hearing how she affects you? Not when she's guarded, not when she's testing you, not when she's still wondering if you're like every other man she's met before. No, she's open when she feels safe, when she senses that you're not playing a game, not fishing for validation, not trying to manipulate her emotions. She's open when you've earned her trust, when you've shown her that your words are reflections of your truth, not tactics to get something from her. And this is where emotional intelligence comes into play. Most men talk. Few men listen. Most men compliment what they see. Few men acknowledge what they feel, and fewer still understand when to speak and when to let silence do the heavy lifting. Here's the secret. Don't deliver these compliments as grand gestures. Deliver them as confessions, as quiet truths discovered over time, as moments where you're simply too honest not to speak. You make things feel possible. I feel safe being myself around you. You make me want to be a better man. These aren't lines. These are milestones in a connection that's unfolding naturally. When delivered with authenticity, they aren't statements off flattery. They are admissions of growth, and that's why they matter. Because what every woman craves secretly, quietly, is not just to be admired, but to be remembered. To know that long after she's gone, her words, her energy, her impact are still moving inside you. That's what most men miss. Compliments fade when they're rooted in appearance. They last when they're rooted in transformation. She won't replay, "You're so pretty." She'll replay, "Because of you, I'm changing who I am." And long after others have forgotten her name, you will still carry her influence. If you understand this, you understand her. Before we end, here's your call to action. Start noticing, start listening. Start paying attention to what women bring out of you beyond attraction. Speak those truths. Give those compliments not to get something, but to give something rare, authentic acknowledgement. Because in the end, that's what separates men she forgets from the man she never